The Village Meeple is like a podcast for grown-ups, like actual grown-ups, not just people who think they're mature because they have dice or whatever. It's basically like, you know, when you're hanging out with your friends and someone flips over the table and someone else starts crying and it's drama everywhere. Oh, I love it. I've heard that their content is like, they tell jokes, but it's like dark jokes. Like, they shouldn't even be jokes. They should be like crimes, you know? And I know I swear sometimes, but it's like, don't listen with your grandma. And obviously there's fancy violence because, duh. So, for reals, if you're not a grown-up yet, maybe you should go do your homework or whatever. Anyway, content warnings can be found in the episode description. Enjoy!
I hope you're recording all this riveting commentary, Vince.
I've got one left to write and it's so difficult.
You can tell this is a really difficult game because nobody's saying anything.
We're actually thinking
We're
about
thinking
it.
so hard.
I don't
forever.
like this game. I can't think.
It's so
very
tricky.
hard.
What about like these two words?
I mean, am I the only one that's turning this around the way that it makes it
I'm still making it easier and I'm still really struggling.
Are you
I
not?
haven't been. No,
Oh, no,
I thought
I-
that was against the rules. Well, wait a fucking minute. I'm
don't
going to
think
change
it
my
does-
settings if I
It
can
doesn't
do
make
that.
it hugely easier.
Yeah, I did say no one's gonna know unless you tell them.
Well, wait a
But you need to
fucking
tell
minute.
Andy.
That's apparently, you have to tell me.
I don't know that either. That makes my life so much fucking easier.
I know, I was going to say.
One small step for man. That's one small step. One small step for man.
Ciabatta.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Village Meeple. I am Vince, your Meeple Mayor today. And today we have the same people as always. Say hi everyone. Who are you? Where are you from? What are you doing here?
Get out of my house.
Get out of my house.
You kidnapped us, Vince.
Yeah.
Oh no, not
Well, I need people to play games with.
the fuck? Is Neil deep throating someone?
I was maybe gagged and bound when we kidnapped.
So you're deep throating someone?
If that's what you're into, bud.
I mean,
We're not judging.
anyway.
So we have Eli, Andi, Neil, and Morgan all around. Today we're gonna play a game called Clover, which we'll explain in a bit. It's the first time that we play this, so we have some questions about it. You might hear those questions about them later. Before that, we have our question of the day. Remember, if you want to submit your own questions, you can go to our Patreon at the Village Meeple, and for a small fee, you can get bonus content from Meeple Mumblings and submit your own questions, and submit prompts for other games, and annoy us over there, but in a nice way, annoying in a nice way. Anyway,
Just like Vince.
I'm just trying to make some time because I'm trying to find my question. I don't have this in my phone. I put it in Discord. The question of the day is, what is, in your opinion, the best and worst ending from any movie or TV show or video game or anything like that? Fair warning, this will have a lot of spoilers, so we will tell you what our answers are, like the movies or TV shows or whatever, and if you want to skip through, you can press forward 15 seconds and then try to not listen to the answer and then press again if we're still talking about it, and so on. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Yeah, go for it.
So, I think... Do you want to start with the best or the worst?
Should we do all the best first and then
I
all the
think
worst?
so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. So, my favourite ending to a film is Graveyard of the Fireflies.
Ooh, I've never seen this.
Which
Okay.
is a Studio Ghibli film. It's animated and it is about the atomic bomb that hit Hiroshima in the 1940s. It is devastatingly sad.
Okay.
It is so...
Eli is nodding.
Yes, it's like famously very, very sad, especially for Studio Ghibli, because their films are usually very happy-go-lucky, like slice of life, very cutesy. Graveyard of the Fireflies ends with the little boy who you've been following this journey with during this horrible, horrible disaster. And his sister has died. Again, spoilers. His sister has died, and he sits slumped in the train station. No one's helping him. No one's like, and he really dies of both like the starvation, the effects of the bomb, and this poor little boy has finally earned enough money to buy a little thing of sweets for his sister, but she's dead. He finds her dead.
Okay, now this sounds super sad.
It is.
How is this so good?
I think it's just a really devastating ending to a wonderful film. It's brilliant the whole way through, but the ending is especially good because it just captures that reality of war.
Okay. Oh, I need to watch it. I feel like
it stays with
Okay.
you. Like,
It really does.
I watched it. I
What's the
watched
name
it
of the
once,
movie?
Grave of the Fireflies. I've watched it once as a teenager. I've never watched it again, and I still
You know every aspect
remember
of it.
exactly how I felt.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to watch this.
I really want to watch it again. It's one of those films that you go in watching it knowing you will cry. This film will break you. You have to go in knowing that.
Okay. Excellent. That sounds fantastic. That's a good recommendation to watch. Okay, who wants to go next? I'll go next
Crickets.
then.
I don't have an answer.
One of my favorite ones
I just got two.
is 6 Feet Under, the TV show. It's a TV show from, I'm going to say the 90s. It was on HBO.
That sounds very familiar to me, but I actually can't remember what it's about.
So it's a funeral home. The first episode starts with, I think, the dad from the family dies. So they call the oldest kid to come back for the funeral. He arrives. The family is three siblings. Two.
And they all have 6 feet.
They all have 6. Like, yeah. No, and they work in a. What's the name of this? Death house? It's not death
Funeral
house.
home?
Funeral home. So they arrive.
I like
death
that
house.
better.
Death house. He arrives, and then it's the funeral of the dad. So everything's sad. And then they work for the funeral home. So he ends up staying because it just happens. And it's the story of their life. So every episode, or most episodes, there's a new death arriving to the funeral home, and then the story kind of takes from there, but it's not about the death. It's like their lives. And what makes this ending really good for me was it's the youngest girl. I think it's leaving home. She gets a scholarship for somewhere, or she is leaving home for some reason. I can't remember why. And she's driving away in her car. And I remember there's a really good song playing in the background, and you see her just driving away, and they start putting flash forwards of what happens to all of them in their lives.
Oh, I like that.
And they show, it's not like everything all at once. They show like gradually what, like, okay, what some of them having kids, getting married, all of this. But then it keeps escalating, and you still see, you start looking at them on how they die. So mom is at a hospital, and you see what happened to her, and then the brother, and then what I think it's really fitting is that throughout the show you see a lot of people dying in the show, and they explain their death and what happens to them. So that ending is really emotional. Being able to see all their lives all the way to their death, like it's a fantastic scene.
I feel like a lot of TV shows don't do that. They end, and then you think, well, what's
Yeah,
next?
what happened to them?
Yeah.
And you hear,
Did
you
they
see, yeah.
live happily? Did they find that family? Did they do, and that's fantastic. I like that.
My pick for best ending is BoJack Horseman.
Oh, that's a good choice.
I've not seen BoJack
Me neither.
Horseman. I know the
that
concept
ended?
though.
Yeah, it
Is it?
ended a few years ago at this point. So basically the premise of the show is about BoJack Horseman, who is like a washed up sort of like actor, and him effectively trying to not only restart his career but also try and get his life back on track, because he's not a good person. He's an alcoholic. He's into all sorts of substance abuse, and he's just genuinely like a very horrible person. And the show's obviously about him, I guess, realizing that and either trying to get his life back on track and try and become a better person.
Okay.
But one of the main themes about the show is that it is very easy for you to fall back into your bad habits and all that sort of stuff, and it's not easy for him. And so, effectively, the last 2 episodes is effectively him having a relapse, ending up in prison, and then the last episode is him being let out for a wee bit for like a party so that you can visit basically all the other major characters in the show. It's very open-ended, but it really works with what BoJack's trying to be about.
Do you think that the ending is kind of like a morality lesson?
I don't really think it's a morality lesson. I think it's just sort of like life, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably the better representation of having a show about life, where it's like you're going to constantly fuck up, you're going to constantly do wrong things, and you're going to make the same mistakes even though you think you've learned the same lesson.
Yeah.
And it just goes from there.
Certainly. That sounds really interesting.
It's a very,
I'm more
it's a
interested-
very good show.
I'm more
It's
interested in...
fucked up in a lot of instances, but it's a very good show.
Reviews say that is good. I'll
I've
have a
seen
look.
clips of it, less so about BoJack and more about his mother, who has
Yes.
a very tragic backstory, and it explains a lot why she is the way she is.
Explains why she is and why BoJack is the way he's.
Yes.
Because a lot of it is like how the cycle of abuse oftentimes continues from.
That's another good story that media needs to tell more often. Is the cycle of family trauma continuing, and then that one person in the family who has to decide, no,
I'm breaking the
I'm
cycle.
going to break the cycle. Yeah, I think Encanto did that well.
Yeah. In a Disney way,
In a Disney
which is
way,
fantastic.
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know.
No, which I think it's
about
great
you guys,
because
but
it's.
I would never think that an abuela would actually apologise. That just doesn't happen.
No.
Yeah.
But anyway, Neil or Eli?
My favourite endings, and I'm wearing the shirt, are both of the endings of Evangelion.
Yeah.
So
What
this-
is Evangelion?
Evangelion is an anime
Okay.
from the 90s. It's quite old.
Is Evangelion the same as Neon Genesis Evangelion?
That's
yeah.
the full.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay.
No, you're right. You're
That's
right.
his Christian name.
Using the
His
full
government name.
Christian-
Yeah, with all the crosses and angels and whatnot. Yeah. So in the TV show, the ending is fairly hopeful. So they come to the same point. All the things go down with the giant robots and whatnot, and it's called the Human Instrumentality Project. All human souls on the planet merge into one, and it becomes up to Shinji, a 14-year-old boy who's heavily traumatized and super depressed, to decide the fate of humanity, whether we'll all live in big orange Fanta goo forever together and not have any individuation, or is it worth running the risk of being hurt by other people to love other people and to have interactions with other people? Big heavy question for a 14-year-old.
My goodness.
And in the TV show, he chooses to reject instrumentality, to go back to all being individual people. He says he hates himself, but maybe he could learn to love himself. If he has the time and the space to do that, he feels like it's worth him living there. So it's quite a hopeful, positive ending on the TV show. But then there was a whole controversy about it. They ran out of money supposedly near the end, things like that. And they ended up releasing the end of Evangelion as a film later on, which is way darker in tone. So it does the same thing, that the instrumentality, they all merge into one. But so Shinji's psyche in it is a lot different. It's it goes into the way he views the women in the series, like quite misogynistically.
Oh, wow.
How he's unable to connect to anyone around him in a similar way to his father.
So kind of like in the way of an incel.
Yeah, absolutely. He's like
Wow.
the proto-incel in that film. I would say
Can
that.
I-
Like, I love Shinji. I've called my cat Shinji. I think he's a fantastic
What is
character.
incel?
Incel, involuntary celibate. So it's
Okay.
a phrase associated with men who are misogynistic to a point where they can't get a girlfriend.
Okay.
So they just push away and they hate women.
Oh, I had no idea what
It's a really
This is a new
horrible
word for
thing.
me. Okay.
It's a really horrible thing, and unfortunately, it's a very real thing. I heard that Evangelion was. I've not seen it yet. I've been told it's amazing, and I would love to watch it. I've been told that it is really a story of quite deep-seated depression. And
Absolutely.
Not only
Yeah.
that, but the creator was dealing with some very quite serious depression
Yeah.
at the time, and used Evangelion as a way of dealing with that.
I mean, it is like giant robots and
It's a I was about to say Sentai. That's not right. It's not Sentai. What is it? Mecha.
Yeah,
It's like a mecha
type anime. Yeah, absolutely. But
I'm not really a fan of
if you
those.
watch it as somebody who has experienced depression, you're like, yeah, absolutely, this guy
This makes sense.
gets it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the TV show has quite a hopeful ending, whereas the movie has a much darker ending. Like he comes back again from the LCL, but rather than having everybody around him congratulating him, maybe you've seen the gif, everyone's going, Medito, and
No,
they're
I've
clapping.
not.
Anyway, in the movie, he comes back and the first thing he does is try to strangle the girl.
Oh my god.
So it's just this like,
So he chooses individuality, but then
but still struggles to connect to people.
Yeah.
So
If you were to suggest the perfect viewing of Evangelion, what would you suggest, the movie or the TV show?
I would say if you don't and lots of people do like older style anime, like it's got its own charm. I would say watch the TV show if you can.
Yeah, I do like. It's from the 80s? 90s, yeah. I really enjoy 80s and 90s animation for anime. I think it's really interesting. Especially when you get like the bug-eyed girls and their eyes are so far apart. I think that's so funny. No, that sounds amazing. I'm definitely going to give that a go. Neil. Oh, a look of contemplation.
Stroking the beard and everything. That's how you know it's serious.
Because I still have no fucking clue. I was thinking...
I don't know if the Star Wars films do end particularly
It
amazingly.
never fucking ends.
It never fucking ends.
Oh no, I don't. Revenge of the Sith ends very well.
True.
I was also thinking maybe like the Clone Wars TV show.
Clone Wars TV show. Okay, yeah, let's go with the Clone Wars TV show.
There you go.
Because that ended really fucking well. Because that ended
Tell us
with...
about this.
Nah, let's not bother, let's move on. You just went all deep in your answers. No, I just like there was a really cool lightsaber battle between Ahsoka and Darth Maul, and then you got to see how Ahsoka and Rex managed to escape Order 66, and that was really like 10 years or something of worth of build up because they cancelled the show, and now we're finished. They're like, we're back for one more season, and then we got an ending.
Rebels became... Was Rebels after Clone Wars? Is that why that became a TV show?
So it went like 6 seasons of Rebels. Of Clone Wars. One of the seasons of Clone Wars got cancelled halfway through, so just sort of like, here it is, got released. Then they did all the Rebels, and then they brought back Clone Wars for the last season to finish it off.
Is that why the animation style changes? Because it used to look a lot more like Samurai Jack.
No, there was 2 Clone Wars TV series.
What?
Yes, there was the one that was done by the guy who made Samurai Jack, and then that was only maybe a tie-in for Revenge of the Sith, and then after Revenge of the Sith came out, they did another Clone Wars series with Lucas actually working on this with Dave Filoni, and that's like the big one that everybody loves.
And the previous 2D one got made in non-canon, so...
For fuck's sake.
Classic Star Wars.
Oh my god.
It's got some really cool moments, like this Mace Windu fighting the giant, like...
It also has the greatest
Just like a
Jedi
giant hammer.
in Star Wars canon, Shaggy.
Shaggy, yeah.
Shaggy.
Who is
Shaggy.
total... No, it is Shaggy.
He's Shaggy. He looks like Shaggy.
He looks like Shaggy. He looks like a beatnik.
And is that his name?
Shaggy. Yeah.
Oh wow.
There's also in the Star Wars comics. There's a Jedi Master Bates.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That tracks, yeah.
That's rude, by the way.
I think he was a Jedi Knight because all the clones call him like Master whatever. He's like Master Bates, and the guy who wrote it thinking like, this could get picked up. There's no way this is going to get
There's no
it
way
got through.
Disney would let them.
This is Disney at the time. This is
Just Lucas.
yeah, just Lucas, whoever was in charge
Okay,
of Lucas.
I mean,
then-
I want to point out Lucas's naming scheme for a lot of things.
We're also...
Jazz music.
Jazz music.
Yeah, worst endings. So
Hello, Meeples. This is Vince interrupting your transmission.
You might have noticed that we went for far too long answering the question of the day and talking about the best endings. And as you might have guessed, we went even longer talking about the worst ones. So we decided that the best thing to do would be to cut them out and put them in a Meeple Mumblings episode. But don't worry, we are unlocking that episode just for you, and you can listen to it straight away right here after you finish this episode. Hope you enjoy. Anyway.
Back to you, Vince.
So we're gonna play a game that we've never played before. This is called So Clover. The way that this game works is each of us have like a whiteboard that is shaped like a clover, which then we get some cards. Each card has 4 words, one written on each side, and you put them randomly on your whiteboard. That way it will work in a way that 2 of each of those words will be on one side of the clover. It's a 4-leaf clover.
But they're really rare. You never get 4 of these.
I know, and we have so many in here. So once you have that, the idea is each player will try with a whiteboard pen to try to connect each pair of words that they have in front of them. So for example, let's say I have these cards in here, and I have on one side my cards point to glass and sun. So I'm thinking I could use sand to connect those 2 words. So I just write the word sand. No one knows what words I have. Then on the other side, where like I have sun on the side up, and then on the right it has concert. So concert will connect to another word. In this case, I have pumpkin next to it. So in there I will write smashing, because it connects to concert and pumpkin in my head. Once I've done the 4 sides of my whiteboard, I will remove all of my cards, so my whiteboard has only 4 words left. Those words I will show to everyone. I will put my cards out +1, and then they need to try to figure out which words connect where. Hopefully that makes sense.
That sounds good.
If once they put all the tiles on the right place, I will say which ones are right. If everything's right, they get, I think, 6 points. If there's any wrong, we remove the ones that are wrong, and they can try again 1 time. If they get whatever they get right, they get 1 point for each. We're working together, I think, and then at the end, depending on how many points we get, we did really well or we're shit.
Okay.
And that's basically it.
Vince, do you want to go first?
Yeah. So I have my whiteboard ready. I've written some words on my whiteboard. The words that I have are coconut, brewery, hookers in between air quotes, and then 400 meters. And the words that I have, the first tile says pyramid, club, loop, stylist. The next one is sand, oven, entry, and round. Then knot, butcher, smoke, and needle. Taste, hell, track, and milk. And evening, plank, oasis, and cereal.
Okay, so from the get-go, I think that smoke and taste could be brewery.
Can I just say quickly, for those of you listening, you can go to our Patreon at the Village Meeple, and you can have a look at the tiles and the boards. That way you can play along if you want.
Yeah.
So I
think me and Morgan figured out the same one.
Well, I figured like milk.
Yeah.
For milk
So
goes to coconut.
Yeah,
Yes.
and track for 400 meters as well.
So I think smoke and where was it?
Smoke.
There was another one that I thought.
Taste?
Taste. Yeah, smoke and so if we pop that here, so that we've got taste towards brewery, milk towards coconut, smoke.
No, but I think track
No,
is...
but the reason
thought
that it's
track
track would
was-
go with the 400 meters.
Ah, okay. So that's tricky. So let's try putting smoke.
Could loop be 400 meters because you run the loop?
It could be.
It could be.
Oh, smoke might not be right then because I can't see anything else on its sides that would make sense for hookers or
Or
coconut.
is loop in hookers because it could be the...
For crocheters.
yes.
But then you've got
What's the other word?
400 meters
stylish and club.
But then maybe it is because look, if it goes like that, it's your club, and then a loop like that, maybe.
Could be. So where was milk? We thought milk and track.
Yeah.
Coconut.
Maybe sand.
Oasis.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Oasis and brewery. Cereal. Cereals could be like like barley is a cereal. And then we would have to have something that
Oh,
connects.
oven and bakery.
Well,
It says brewery.
Brewery.
Oh, brewery.
I mean, it could still have an oven. It could still have things heated up.
But entry and hookers makes sense.
Yeah,
I
that
mean-
does make sense.
I mean,
I'll point out if it's hookers, it was about the club hookers for like crochet and the needle or not.
Ooh, that is a good point.
Do you
Ah,
needle
yeah.
your...
And then that also gets smoke back in for brewery.
That's true. Okay, well, we have more than one chance because Vince would take out any that are incorrect. So I think if that's not correct, we'll figure it out and we'll see. So I think, is this our final answer? So for brewery, we have cereal and oven. For hookers, we have entry and club. For 400 meters, we have loop and track. And for coconut, we have milk and oasis.
Is that your final answer?
For now, I
Sure.
think. Yeah.
So Vince would take away
So
all
Vince
the ones we got
is-
wrong.
Is taking his hand on top of it, hovers on top of it, and then takes off one.
Not
Okay.
just one. That's
Okay.
So
That's good. Okay.
now, brewery only has cereal, and hookers only have club. So we're looking for one corner to connect those.
I think you're correct in the assumption that we've got smoke and needle. So needle for hookers and smoke for brewery.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Not...
Knot and butcher.
But that would mean needle goes into brewery, and I don't see.
I don't agree. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What's the other one? Round, sound...
I think any of those fit.
Is this our final answer?
Yeah, just because I can't see how any
Yeah?
of the other ones would fit. So
Okay.
yeah.
Vince, is that correct?
That is correct.
Yay! Okay.
So then we got cereal and smoke for brewery, milk and oasis for coconut, loop and track for 400, and needle and club for hookers.
Amazing.
And that gives us 4 points.
Yes.
I think if we get everything in the first go, you get the 4 points plus 2. If you don't, you only get 1 point for each right answer.
There we go. Cool.
You want to say what you have?
Yes, sure. I'll see what
Sorry.
I have. Cool. So, first off, the 4 keywords are cockatiel,
Ooh, like a
wedding,
bird.
Lily, and Stacy.
Ooh.
And the 5 cards are, for the first one, we go bronze, sabre, broom, and tradition. Then it's luxury, battery, carpet, and laugh. Then it's travel, flower, fishing, and brush. Then currency, mirage, airport, and sport. And finally, parrot, family, flame, and sleeve.
Ooh, okay, so first of all, flame could be lily because that's a kind of lily, and flower could be lily because it's a flower. So you've got
I would say tradition can connect to wedding.
yes.
So can family.
So could
And
travel
parrot
though.
Connects to cockatiel.
Yes.
Um,
Currency could connect to airport. For
Well,
some
to
reason,
wedding.
I'm thinking airport. Why
Current-
am I talking?
I think Eli's got it with parrot and family for wedding and...
Yes,
Okay, yeah.
I agree. It could be flower and travel for Lily and
'Cause,
wedding.
Yeah, you travel for weddings too.
Yeah.
Honeymoon.
Could
whatever.
also be tradition
Yes,
for
and I feel
wedding
like-
though.
Yeah.
Flower connects to.
Or it could be brush for wedding.
Brush for wedding.
Yeah.
I think
No.
flower
think
connects
so.
with Lily. Like, so it will be there, or then the other side, which fishing with Stacy, which doesn't make sense in my head. Or it's because I saw airport in here and I can't see.
Cockatiel.
Stacy.
Laugh?
What is
Like-
Stacy?
Like
her
like-
mum's got it going on.
Apparently.
That's
Other
But then
than that-
Stacy's
I don't know any other
carpet doesn't
Stacys.
quite make sense.
What Stacy do we know?
Stacy's
Stacey's
mom.
mom.
Yeah, that's the only one
That's
that I
the
know.
one I know.
Okay.
That's all I'm thinking of Stacey.
Gavin and Stacey?
Oh, there's that.
Oh,
That's a good
yeah,
point.
But I've never
Possibly.
watched it, so it does not help at all.
Neither have I. Although Morgan does seem the type.
Wow.
I wouldn't sit there and take that one again.
Well, maybe laugh for Stacey if we're thinking Gavin and Stacey.
Okay, yeah.
And then
So we have,
That's about a push for
Laugh.
recording in
I
it.
know.
then we have
Um,
either carpet for Lily or luxury for
Cockatiel.
which is
mean,
it an
cockatiels-
expensive bird?
Not particularly. Cockatiels are. I mean, they are, but they're. If when you're talking about exotic birds, cockatiels are not one that I would
Is it
particularly
more
say.
exotic than
It's
parrot?
more exotic than say a budgie. What?
Nothing.
Morgan's face is telling me some clues.
Is,
We need a paper bag for Morgan's fish.
why? Do you think cockatiels are a luxury
No,
bird?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
I feel like it
agree.
sounds like a luxury parrot.
Well, so if you were if you were me, and you were thinking of
We're not all upper,
a luxury
class.
shut the fuck up. If you were thinking of a luxury parrot, I would probably think of what are they called? An African grey.
Mm-hmm.
They're very luxurious, very.
Yeah, but you
big
can only use
parrots.
one word.
Yes, it would be
African or grey.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I feel like
you're
that's
right.
a good choice
okay,
of
fair
word
enough.
for
Yeah.
the limitations.
Yeah.
I feel like tradition could be connected to lily because we use them for funerals.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
but
it gives
a
bronze with Stacy. The thing is, there's nothing that I can connect with Stacy.
Is Stacey the type
Broom,
of girl
but then-
that would get a bronze tan?
Probably no, not in the show. If you're talking about Gavin and Stacey, no.
But
No, it's been-
Stacey as in Stacey, whose mother
Oh,
is.
is
very
there
famous,
any
would she
prices
get
that maybe are bronze and
Well, are there
therefore
not
comedy? The Stacey's.
The
Stacey's are also a kind of shoe,
I have no idea.
Morgan?
which
doesn't know that.
Morgan didn't.
Oh, but you know what was the croc?
Balenciaga.
The Balenciaga.
Yeah. Well, that's a throwback. If you know that reference, please comment on our Patreon.
I don't know. I think tradition is the only one that really fits with Lily, but I don't know
But
how.
unless we
also
move
think-
flower there and Stacy, is there anything related to fishing with
in Gavin
Stacy?
and Stacey there's that whole story about the fishing trip that nobody knows. It's like a whole big
Okay.
thing and it goes on and on for ages.
Because
so
then
that
we
could
need to
be-
connect
Tradition.
Okay.
wedding broom.
Actually, jump the broom. That's a phrase to mean to get married, to jump the broom.
Oh my god,
That
I've
Morgan
never heard
doesn't know
this.
that.
Okay, Morgan's face really needs a paper bag. I think tradition is more likely to go for wedding.
So if we put tradition and wedding.
I don't know.
Bronze the
Bronze
lily.
lily. But you gild the lily, that's a saying.
Oh, maybe.
So I don't know if it's like tangentially connected to that.
Let's go with this, and then we can
Okay,
figure out
yeah.
what we've got
Let's see
wrong.
what we've got right and what we've got wrong. So, for cockatiel, we have luxury and parrot. For wedding, we have family and tradition. For Lily, we have bronze and flower. For Stacey, we have fishing and laugh.
It would be very funny if that was the wrong answer.
No, we're
That was the wrong
It's
answer.
not. It's actually all right. You've got it all right.
Oh, shut up.
all of it.
Yeah.
All of us right.
That's
I've got a picture I
impressive.
can prove.
Oh, god damn.
That's because we got extra hints with your face, didn't
Oh my god, I wasn't
Yeah,
expecting
because like,
everything
I've
to be.
never heard of this before.
Have you never heard of those?
I've never heard of Stacey being used for like shoes. I've never heard
Yeah.
like jumping the broom or whatever it is before.
Never heard of
Because
jumping
we're
the
not
broom?
lower middle class.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, you are...
So yes,
Okay.
family and tradition, a wedding, luxury and parrot, which I thought a cockatiel was a
I thought
luxury
it was.
parrot,
I
but,
thought it was a
Yeah,
luxury
I think, yeah, me
but
too.
apparently that.
Just a standard parrot, actually.
Stacey was for fishing and laugh because like
Yeah, yeah.
it's meant to be a comedy and there's the whole
Meant
thing
to be a
about.
comedy.
Yeah, no, I
Meant
got
to
once
be.
once I saw
And
them
why
together.
is the
it
bronze
made
for
sense.
Lily?
So I think of flower, and the reason I picked bronze, I needed a flower. And I thought, oh, I'll get a flower. And I couldn't fucking for the life of me think about
Okay.
bronze flowers. Like, oh, lily. Lily has different colours.
Okay.
I'll be close enough.
Yeah, you do get flame... What are they called? God, my brain's not working. I have one.
Did you have one extra already here?
There's one extra already there. I am well ahead of these all.
Very good.
So my words are snake, cock, seat, and whiskey. We've got Ireland, Medusa, lighter and shelter. Oh, cup, jump, dream, and cinema. Puzzle, cougar, coffee, and stone. Small or thief and theatre. Theatre. Sorry, upside down. And then we've got nude, well, rooster, and alcohol.
Nude.
Nude, well, rooster, alcohol.
So I think nude cock.
So,
Small. Wait, that's not smell.
I mean, it
Small
works.
cock. Cougar could also be cock.
so Eli
Yeah.
has Ireland next to whiskey and Medusa with snake, which I think works
Yeah,
well.
I agree. Okay.
Up, jump, seat, rooster. Well, nude. You think nude for cock?
I mean, alcohol seems the logical choice for
Whiskey.
whiskey.
Okay,
right?
yeah. And then what's on the other side?
Rooster, next to seat.
Which in Minecraft.
You could ride
made
the
this up.
chicken.
No, there's
you
chicken jockey.
Oh my god, I know! I cannot tell you how many times I banned that phrase. That phrase is banned.
So that's a seat in a rooster.
Okay, yeah.
Smelly cock. I don't know.
Coffee puzzle,
Snake.
stone, cougar.
Snake.
What do you have
puzzle.
left in there?
Snake, stone.
Cup.
Cup.
Snakes on a plane. Cup the balls. I don't know.
See, I know obviously we're
Make
saying
it up.
Ireland for whiskey.
It could be.
The problem is, it's spelt wrong if it's for whiskey.
It is.
That's-
Have an E.
No, but that-
I know, that's why I'm just pointing it out.
You're right.
I'm pointing it out.
Bully the dyslexic
Neil's
again.
dyslexic.
Thanks, Morgan.
We don't bully the dyslexia
I think
here,
this is-
Morgan.
yeah.
Fine.
Never bully you, but you.
And you wouldn't put a lighter cock.
You might.
I mean,
I wouldn't.
I was about to say something
But
horrendous.
I feel like theater could be seed, but then thief, cock.
Cock thief.
Similar- it's a cock job. So which ones connect?
I think cougar could be cock.
actually, fuck. Rooster could be cock,
Yes, you're right. Rooster
but then
could
we
be cock.
lose alcohol and nude.
I know, but that might have just been an unfortunate situation.
Well, a snake.
Snake. well?
Snake, seed, alcohol. No, I feel like I'm gonna put the alcohol back.
No, I don't know.
No, I
Rooster
don't
seems
know.
right
That
for
seems
cock.
Or nude, but then we have
I mean,
alcohol.
what is
doesn't
what is
work.
the drink you
Well,
get a snake in
seed.
it though? Is there not?
There is snake bite.
Yeah. So it could be. I don't know. How does Neil's mind work?
Oh,
You don't want to know that.
Nobody knows. Not
Private
even me.
Neil.
with blackjack and hookers.
But then if we do that, what is for whiskey? We will have
Cup.
cup.
Whiskey,
Cinema seat.
whiskey
You do
in
get
the
like
jar.
Yes.
fancy seats. I don't
And
know.
we have like flasks that I don't know that.
Type of deal.
Stone seat and cock. Cougar cock.
No, because if I think I've
Theater
had anything.
and thief.
No, because I was thinking stone. If we're going to time with the Medusa, applies to snake.
Oh,
Ooh.
But then
Or for
coffee would
whiskey.
be next to cock, and that's not right. You should never mix coffee and cock.
Well,
Well,
Now, if we think of cock as rooster,
I do think you're right saying that cock is rooster. I think it's an unfortunate coincidence that alcohol is there.
then
Snake
well,
in the well.
snake.
I don't know. Again.
Oh, alcohol seat.
No, I don't think that's
just
right.
not easy.
This one's really hard.
To be fair, that's a difficult collection of words to match.
Yeah.
But they're all so similar, but not similar enough, not in the right places.
Ooh, a smell and theater could be a smell of whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
Yes,
theater
theatre
seat.
seat, yeah.
And then that opens this cock jump, cock cinema, which could be
I
porn.
mean, it could.
Could be
And
corn.
then cop
yeah.
seat.
A seat.
Ooh, cup.
Yeah, like a cup holder at your seat. I don't know.
Mm.
Oh my god, we're just justifying every combination of
I
words.
know.
Dream. I mean, does Neil dream of? Oh, dream cocks and
Does
cinema
Neil dream of
seats. How can that could go there?
It could
Wet
Like a wet
dreams?
dream,
Wet
yeah.
dreams, yeah.
And cinema seats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think cinema and theatre.
And then if
Are
we do
we
this,
sure?
No.
Rooster is involved. No, because like
Snake and well doesn't make sense though.
But if we put nude,
Nude and
alcohol with snake bite,
Yeah. Oh my.
I feel like I feel more comfortable with that.
I don't know.
shall we try it? See what we've got right, and then reassess when we've got it all wrong. Okay.
Yes.
So we
Both removed.
So we have for whiskey, smell and Ireland. For snake, Medusa and alcohol. For cock, nude and dream. And for seat, cinema and theatre.
Neil, what have we got wrong?
Can you remove smell and theatre and alcohol and nude?
Okay.
Okay.
So this makes me feel like alcohol goes here.
And then rooster. Okay, so this cock jockey thingy jockey. What's the name?
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
Now you've said it for your.
Well, I've said it a lot.
And then. So that cannot be nude. So cock, cougar, and puzzle
puzzle
snake.
like the game.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
yeah.
Kind of solving the puzzle.
I
Maybe.
think that might be
Maybe.
right.
And
Could
then
be.
where are the
Who's
other
to
ones?
say? What are the other choices?
Theater, thief,
Smell.
or and smell. None of them connect to
No, I don't think so.
snake.
snake thief,
Coffee
cock
and
thief.
stone. I mean, I don't think.
No, I think that has to be it. Okay, are we happy with this combination?
I mean, happy is a strong.
Yeah, happy is a strong word. Cougar with cock, I'm not sure.
I mean, we did get cock and dream. That was right.
Yeah.
Well, what's a cougar's dream?
Exactly.
Yeah, she's looking for that young cock. Younger, not young.
Yeah.
Oh,
What do
sorry.
you have
Don't
here?
worry.
Oh no. Help.
Yeah, okay, I will go. Oh, a snake
Okay.
could be thief.
So
but
now-
then third one we got.
Cock thief. So now for cock we have cougar and dream. For seat we have cinema and rooster. For whiskey we have alcohol and Ireland. And for snake we have Medusa and puzzle.
At one point, you had 3.
Oh,
You're stuck on 2.
No. Okay, which one have we got wrong?
So, oh no, you got both were wrong.
Yeah, both of them
Oh,
are still
no.
wrong.
So then we've not tried rooster actually. Okay, so
Well, that's it.
that's
So that's
it.
it.
Yeah.
You
So
get-
we have 2
Okay.
points. So
So
tell us.
at one point, rooster and well were right, and for cock and snake.
Okay.
Oh,
So
damn.
rooster was cock.
Yeah, rooster was cock, and well I was struggling with. So I was thinking the Well of Souls from Indiana Jones is full of snakes.
Oh my god!
I know, right?
We watched
It's
that
a
the
how,
other day.
how do you
Okay.
get Medusa and well? There's nothing to really go there.
No.
For whiskey, it was coffee because Irish coffee is
Ah.
a coffee with whiskey and a stone seat.
Oh, I was so nearly close
Do you know what?
with
They
the
all
stone
make
sea.
sense.
Apart from well and snake,
Apart from
really.
whale and snake.
That I don't know how the fuck to get Medusa and a snake. Yeah, and then Andy dreams a cock.
Daily
Yeah.
or nightly.
And rooster is
So
another
are you
name for
saying
cock.
Andy's a cougar?
Fucking excuse me, I'm not old enough to be a cougar.
Oh, that's what apparently you're
Oh,
saying.
that's what all
Dreams of
cougars
cock.
said.
Do you want to
I think there's a big difference
take
between
a
dreaming
picture
of
that?
cock and then
I've already added in another card here. So
Yep.
my words are army, tasty, Bowie, Frankenstein. Bowie.
Like the ones in the ocean.
No,
Or Bowie as David Bowie.
David Bowie.
Okay.
second.
Or Bowie knife.
Yeah.
As in David Bowie.
Okay.
So army, tasty, Bowie, and Frankenstein. Oops.
Frankenstein is 2 words.
No, it's
No.
not. It's
I
a
know,
name.
I know.
Absolute shit. Eating grin on
So are
things
we
there.
talking about the monster or the doctor?
I feel like that's cheating.
So the card
I don't condemn
words
cheating.
are camouflage,
I know.
salad, young and ocean, capital, doll, past and flash, pig, rail, trade and sage, bite, tile, movie and fashion, body, cat, record and monster.
I'm
So
gonna guess a monster is Frankenstein.
That's what happened with
the
your
camouflage in there.
cock.
What's that? Army.
Camouflage salad.
Yeah, it's like monster body or
Monster for Frankenstein. Record for Bowie.
about yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's go.
Fashion for Bowie. Bite for tasty. Or it could be pig. Pig is tasty.
Salad tasty, yeah.
Yeah.
So then
Camouflage, yeah.
fashion movie could be Bowie.
Mm.
But then fashion tasty?
Well, I thought
Yeah.
fashion
Well,
for Bowie
Because there's
because
a he's got a song called Fashion.
and he was
Is it?
very
And
fashion.
he is in the labyrinth.
Yeah, very fashionable.
Yeah.
in that movie.
Yeah.
Tasty,
damn.
So
tasty
that's
bite.
what I'm thinking. Fashion could be tasty. Like you have good taste.
I will also point out Flash could mean Flash Gordon.
Mhm.
No, wait, no, I think I'm Queen. What the
You're
fuck
thinking
am I
about a different game.
Yeah. I'm thinking.
You're thinking of something else.
I'm thinking of something else. No, ignore me.
Past could be Bowie, but Frankenstein. Flash with the lights. Capital armor.
Oh, the flash with a lightning bolt for the he's alive. He's alive.
Yeah.
It's a flash.
Yeah.
Like
okay,
and capital
Flash of
army.
yeah.
Capital
Capital punishment.
Yeah, or they travel to cities. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Rail
good.
trade sage. I would put that like that.
Fashion for tasty.
Yeah. No,
No,
do you know?
I don't know.
I think bite for tasty
think
and
bite for
fashion
tasty.
for
Tasty.
I'm
Okay,
more
yeah.
willing to put
Yeah.
that in.
And then the other one. So it's a
was it trade rail
Trade
peg?
rail.
pig could be tasty,
It could be tasty.
but then sage
for
with
Bowie
Bowie
or rail for army.
Oh, rail for army.
Yeah, but
could, oh,
camouflage
camouflage.
is a very obvious one, I would say so. And then salad.
And
Well,
ocean doesn't match
yes.
with.
technically it kind of does. Maybe.
What kind of those?
Like in the original book, don't they go up to Antarctica for a bit?
No,
They
like
do,
in the
they
Frankenstein, you're going into deep.
Do you
But
We're
this is
not
the
that
thing,
smart.
like sometimes you over justify a combination.
You do,
I
yeah.
Do you think Andy has read Frankenstein?
Yes, I do.
Yes,
Because
but-
it's a classic. Horror, of science fiction, of feminist literature.
And does Andy think pig is tasty?
I have indeed read Frankenstein.
Told you.
Okay.
Yes.
Guess what?
What?
I got like halfway through it and then couldn't continue to read it. Dyslexia, it's fun.
Get an audiobook.
Yeah, it's very
Does that help?
I probably should, to be fair.
Yeah.
Do we want to leave it like this?
I stopped listening to books. I just read audio books
Fair
now.
enough. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, leave it as this, and then Andy can
Yeah.
tell us how
Take
wrong
it
we
by
actually are.
version.
A bit cat for Frankenstein or something.
It could be doll for Frankenstein.
Kid. Or body.
Is this your final answer?
Oh.
What happens
Yeah.
if you turn doll past army? Oh, that could work as well. But is Frankenstein a doll?
Yeah, there wasn't really this like monster dolls that were all like.
Monster High.
Yeah.
Like,
And they
oh, we're getting a face. We're getting an extra clue.
Andy is a massive Monster High fan,
Okay.
Fucking hate Monster High.
or maybe like a Barbie monster. We should like Bud.
Monster doll
Yeah.
does sound like Frankenstein.
Yeah, it does. Past camouflage for army.
Which I'm happy with as well.
Yeah, let's just go with it and see what happens.
What do you think, Morgan? That was a non-committal grunt.
No, it's more like I thought for a wee bit and I was like cat and I was like, oh, like Bowie's like a whole thing about having like his like feline and cat and I was like, but then I was like no, but then it wouldn't make sense for other things because obviously it makes sense for Frankenstein monster. It's just,
I think Bowie's movie.
I think we just go with this and then
And see how.
yeah.
how wrong we are, and then we can figure it out from there.
This is your final iteration?
Yep.
Yeah.
So for Frankenstein, they put monster and doll. For army, they put past and camouflage. For tasty, they put salad and bite. For Bowie, they put fashion and record. And I can tell you now, they got one wrong.
Oh no! And it's the one that
was
we
the one we
changed.
changed.
Maybe it was already for the right place. Capital Flash.
Unless it's rail, because he's got the bolts for his neck.
Yeah, and peg, because the army are all fascist pegs.
You're not. We love you.
Army, sponsor us!
Also, one,
Do not!
No,
No, thank you!
I think if the army did sponsor us and we let it go through, I think Eli would walk.
Which, I
honestly.
mean, maybe that's two wins
I would
for you
walk
guys.
too.
Who knows?
was it sage and
well,
trade? Was there not something about? Did they not use sage on Frankenstein? Or am I thinking
Oh,
something
I
else?
have no idea.
You're thinking about warding off
I
the
have-
Are you thinking? No, you're thinking of Frankenstein.
Oh, you're thinking.
No, I'm not. There was something
And to the
about when
baby
making.
Jesus, they bequeathed him.
You're thinking of
Frankenstein.
Ghostbusters. I will go with
We made a
Flash
hand
Capital.
just for you.
Flash Capo, you want to go for that? Just rotate it.
Yeah. Well, do you
I
think
don't know, real
anything-
peg could be.
Rail P? No, it's not Rail P.
You want to get railed by Frankenstein?
I mean, the question is, do I want to be railed by Frankenstein?
Rail, no. Trade.
What's your opinion on Boris Karloff?
Eh?
What's your opinion on Boris Karloff,
Who the fuck is that?
the original Frankenstein?
Oh, you mean the actor?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
He's working what he's got.
he's working what he's got.
Yeah, we'll go with our original guess.
Okay,
let's go
so
with our
you have
original
gone with your
guess.
original guess. So you've changed army to capital and camouflage, and Frankenstein to monster and flash.
He did
that,
the monster flash.
That is correct.
Oh.
You had
he
it,
had it.
and I asked you, "Is this your last
Well,
answer?"
that's your wrong
You guys were like,
fault.
"No, let's change it."
Why did you
Neil
ask
said
all
you
that?
loved Monster High.
I fucking hate Monster High. So, Flash is obviously in reference to the lightning bolt
Yeah.
used
Yeah, as
to
we
reanimate Frankenstein. Army, again, Vince was actually right. I was thinking, well, armies go to storm the capital, wear camouflage, salads, and you take a bite. They're tasty. David Bowie, known for his fashion sense
Thank you.
and his vinyl records. So, yep, well done, guys.
Very good.
Well done.
Okay. Next we have Eli.
Okay, so my board, I have the words jar, the name Mickey, meadow, and the name shepherd. And my cards, the first one is lazy, stocks, crane, and district. Then we have human, window, uniform, and whip. toilet, earth, mouse, and yellow. Mass, photo, orchard, and scene. And lastly, mustard, apprentice, heritage, bedroom.
Now, I immediately have noticed something. Eli has underlined A in shepherd, which is shepherd, which is the name shepherd. So I'm immediately going mass for Mass Effect and earth.
Can I just say, as before we continue as well,
Somewhere.
the amount of times that the word whip has come out in games, I've never used that word in my life until we started
Flip it
playing
that way.
games.
No, I personally want the mouse there for Mickey.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I still think mass for shepherd.
I would agree with that. Mhm.
Maybe uniform.
Humans.
So then whip and
So, do you think it's
window and
if
meadow?
you think mass is shepherd, do you think it's photo jar or scene meadow? I would say scene meadow.
I would have also said window meadow rather than whip jar. Or human.
What?
Actually, he's a human.
Human, that's-
Yeah, so window. So meadow, whip, window jar. That still doesn't
If
work.
mouse is Mickey, then we can have yellow meadow, which works, or earth jar, which I don't think it
doesn't
works.
really work.
No, it makes perfect sense.
What, like a terrarium?
No, I was thinking Jack Sparrow. I've got a jar. I've got a jar.
Oh no!
Um,
And Eli has
that's so-
the best poker face in the history. No reaction at all. So if we have those, we need shepherd, which
Mustard jar?
like mustard gas?
Yeah.
so bedroom shepherd or apprentice
fair, he
Mickey.
does- he
Ooh,
does-
apprentice
he does-
Mickey.
Apprentice Mickey? How does
Yeah,
that work?
on the movie
Fantasia.
Oh, Fantasia. Yes, you're right. Okay, so what works with shepherd and jar?
We have the thing is the reference. I
It
have
could
no
be
idea.
uniform and whip, like Cool Whip comes in a jar.
What's the other one
Does it?
on Lazy?
Lazy, stock, crane, and district. None of this is connecting to jar in my head. And which ones do you have?
A
Human-
Lazy Shepherd and then Stock in a Jar.
Oh, it does. Yes. Like chicken stock. I mean, I don't know chicken stock. Or,
You wouldn't generally get stuck in a jar though.
window jar. Is there any other way to think of jar?
A jar.
A Windows ajar
Windows a jar.
with human.
To be fair, that seems more like a Neil thing than Eli, personally.
Human whip. I think.
See if it's right. You just insulted Eli like that.
I don't know, not being an insult, I think it's more like the pun, I feel like, is more your expertise than.
This is true.
Jar.
See that Eli can't be funny.
I'm not. That is one way of taking that.
That's rude as what it is.
Jars
I don't
are
have Neil say something
normally
about
made
you.
out of glass.
Yeah, and
So I
windows
would
are made of
connect, yeah.
glass. So let's try this.
Final answer?
I'm gonna say yes.
I would say yes.
Good, because it's all right.
Yes.
Yay! Okay.
So we have window and mustard for jar, apprentice and mouse for Mickey, yellow and scene for meadow. Excuse me, and mass and human for shepherd.
Yes.
Well done, folks. Pretty sure two of those we got first time.
Yeah, so
One
we
of
have
them we didn't
4,
get at
6,
all.
2, 4, 6. Those are points. So in here, according to this, we got 22 points for 5 players. 22 puts us in the middle.
That's not
First
for the
ball,
first mediocre.
you're starting to bloom. That's the record.
I don't like that
kind of
phrase.
embarrassing.
Yeah. Shall we give it one more go?
Yeah, so
I'm enjoying
go get some snacks, go find a lucky clover, and come back after the break.
You're not allowed to come back until you've found a 4-leaf clover.
Or you tell a friend about us. So it's your
Your
choice.
choice. What's going to be quick?
No, you gotta tell 4 friends. Because it's
Oh,
Oh, it's going up. You better be quick or it's gonna keep going up.
3, 4.
Roger, 0G, and I feel fine.
And we're back.
Hi.
Oh, did everyone already took cards?
Yes.
No,
Oh, so
I
that's
don't
why
have
everyone's quiet. You
cards. I
haven't.
don't have any. Oh no,
There's
these
cards
are
there as well. These are the ones that we've used. I don't know how many I gave you.
I've got plenty.
Okay.
Okay, so welcome back, everyone. We're gonna continue playing this really fun game called So Clover. Have a look if you've not played it. Get it. Tell your friends, "Ooh, you should get it, and we should play it." Reminder: there's different places to play games around your area. So check in Facebook. Facebook. Who uses Facebook anymore?
Old people.
Old people. Where do people check for stuff? Like if you want to find a club.
Just stay inside.
So Google, ask ChatGPT, don't ask ChatGPT. Don't ask ChatGPT in this time, because ChatGPT only tells you the things from 2 years before. So you won't know the new information. But find local groups to play, like KGS or Glasgow Wonders or any clubs like that, and meet your pals and play games and just ignore them every other day until you meet them again. Okay, so Clover. My words, now I need to add one card for these. Thank you very much. Let's shuffle them.
Yes,
So my words are stealth, turnip 28, Willy, and Daenerys, which I don't know if it's spelled correctly.
Not quite, but it's all right.
And then we have asset, race, closet, and rain. Am I even recording? Yes, I am.
Sudden
Then
fear.
ammo, vacation, rose, and volume. Wild, bale, fruit, and whale. Throne, spy, tube, and berry. And volcano, root, screen, and bees.
Well, root
Hold on, let me
has
take
to
a
be
picture.
turnip 28.
Throne for Daenerys.
Throne and spy goes to stuff.
Let me take a picture and move your hands out. Okay, then.
So it's
So
Throne for Game of Thrones.
And spy for stealth,
Yeah.
right?
Spans for
So
stealth,
that's
yeah.
root
obvious.
has to be turnip 28. And then
So what are the other choices?
volcano screen. So screen for Willy?
Yeah,
Like Free Willy? As in the TV?
or porn.
Or Pornhub, yeah.
Or a stealth volcano.
A stealthy
a really
volcano.
quiet volcano, yeah, famously.
Daenerys.
Well, whale.
Whale.
But then at least two wild goes to Daenerys.
I mean, I would call her wild.
She's kind of wild.
There's wildlings in Game of Thrones.
That's true.
She's like sleeping with her nephew or something. That's pretty wild.
Oh.
Wild as hell.
Maybe that's a stealth volcano.
Spy.
You need to stop fixating on this volcano.
I think ammo could be for stealth, but I don't think that vacation would work for turnip 28.
What's the other ones in that one? Rose.
Rose, oops, excuse me.
Who cares about
Throw it
that one?
everywhere. Volume, ammo, vocation, vacation, and rose.
We've got rain,
Wild whale, bell, fruit.
asset, race, and closet.
I mean, asset does kind of like stealthy spy vibes
Oh,
and that.
bell.
You
Yeah.
retrieve an asset, but then that means like race goes with turnip 28, and
I
I'm not
don't
sure.
agree with
Is
that.
there racing in turnip? I don't know.
No, not at all.
Turn 20, it's a war game where Earth's culture stopped at the Napoleonic War because a giant root vegetable plague took place. All plant life died apart from root vegetables, and people who eat them are still human but have been driven sort of mad by the roots, and they'll worship root vegetables as well.
Well, if it's root
It's fun.
rain.
Well, why not tube, as in like tuber, as in potatoes? And then that way spy is still on
Because
stealth.
Throne and
Throne
Daenerys.
was
Throne is an
Daenerys.
obvious
Oh,
Daenerys. This is the thing, isn't it? You start
Well-
overthinking, don't you?
Rain could apply to roots because of vegetables.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very muddy.
Closet, stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, because
you have a
the
stealth.
whole point of turnip 28 is just mud and disgusting.
And you have a stealth flank in the closet.
Willy-
Exactly.
Fucking
Absolutely.
hell.
And then do we think that Daenerys is wild?
Wild and whale. Yeah, I think this is it.
Okay.
So, for Daenerys, we have wild and throne. For stealth, we have spy and closet. For turnip 28, we have rain and root. For Willy, we have screen and whale.
So, the judge assesses the situation, looks over.
Narrates himself.
Self in the third person. Strokes beard.
He's not sure. Looks over
I
again.
can't remember what he did. Oh, one wrong. That's
okay.
not bad.
Not bad.
So the one with in the corner of stealth and turnip 28 wasn't right.
What's have we got? So we've got.
So you're saying there's not racing in it. It's like I agreed with Morgan. I thought assets sounded like spies and stealthy.
But race.
But
and
if there's not
turnip-
races in turnip,
No.
then it's
Not
I
really.
still think ammo and stealth would work, but vacation and turnip 28 really doesn't.
Well, they do use
because it's kind of no vacation. Doesn't.
volume. If you're stealthy, you want to be low volume.
True.
What's
And
that?
then ammo in turnip 28. Yeah, that would make
That
sense.
Kind of.
You've
feels
got
overreaching.
black powder weapons where you have
Okay.
to keep
Thing
You
is,
have your
with that.
inaccuracy. And
inaccuracy. Yeah.
I thought term 28 would be like, oh yes, it's going to be so obvious. It's going to be like root
So
and
did I. It's gonna
mud
be
or
root and
something.
mud or
No.
I thought root and rain was going to be right, but
Rootin' tootin' rainin'.
Mm.
Vacation.
Isn't that a TV show?
Spy Vacation.
no, you're thinking of Spy Family.
Oh,
or Spy Kids.
Spy
Or
Kids.
Spy Kids.
There's so many spy things.
For mice.
There are.
Or Totally Spies.
Totally Spies.
Oh my
Totally Spy on
god, I
Vacation?
remember Totally Spies.
Totally
That was
Spy on
great.
Vacation.
Oh, maybe.
Probably.
Probably.
I haven't seen all spies have vacations.
They have to, eh? It's probably part of their contract.
Yeah.
Get a bit of time off.
Well, go to Bali and then, assassinate someone.
Why Bali?
Oh, it's a
think
nightmare
it's
to
just
book
unreal
our
destination.
vacations, though.
Yeah, I bet. Like, how
Yeah,
do I
because
schedule
you never
that?
know when you end up having to get roped into
Oh,
trying to save the
of
world
course
and
I'm
all that sort
joking.
of stuff.
Are you like on
Of
call
course
all
I'm
the time?
joking.
I think we should go for volume stealth and then vacation turnip 28.
I don't understand vacation for 28.
Neither do I, but I don't.
What?
I don't.
You
see-
can't do that.
Oh, sorry. No, what? I'm,
Volume for stealth and ammo for turnip.
yes.
Yeah?
Excuse me. Sorry,
No,
I'm
no,
getting
no, that's fine.
confused.
So is this your choice?
That's what I
Wouldn't it be
think.
funny if we just discussed all that and we'd put the same one down? 'cause we
Oh no.
So we have spy and volume for stealth and ammo and root for turnip 28, and that is correct.
Yay! Okay.
Ammo with turnip 28. Yes, you're killing each other all the time.
I don't know.
I don't know why that took
Yeah, but
so long.
you've got melee and then long range, but then you've also got your black powder weapons. Your black powder weapons are the only things that you track ammo for.
You even track it, you're just like, oh, my guy's shot.
Yeah, it's pretty much
Yeah, you've
just
got a
so
lot
like you
to-
take a shot,
You're
you don't
thinking
get
of
to
the
do.
rules, and Vince is thinking of the vibes.
That's true. That's kind of like
Which
how.
is fine.
That's a good representation of how Vince and I differ.
Absolutely.
In
Rules
general.
and vibes.
Yeah,
Yes.
like I think about rules, you think about vibes. That's how.
I think that is a
And
good
that's why we
that
work
makes
so
sense.
well together.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Like, no, just feel it, just doesn't matter.
Don't
Like,
worry
oh no,
about it,
well, hold on.
Well, however.
Oh well, wait a minute.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'll put mine down.
Oh,
So my 4 words are pool, prosthetic, demolition, and collecting.
And it's pool as in P-U-L-L, not in swimming
push
pool.
and pull. Yeah.
So first one is got honey, dessert, paper, desert, paper, and virus. Then there's violin, fairy, cuddle, and new. Then there's arm, work, cream, and laser.
Ooh.
Then there's owl, ruin, stamp, and bang. And finally, sponge, black, hunt, and thread.
I immediately have a thought for this. I think cuddle and arm are in pool because you pull someone in for a cuddle.
And prosthetic arm. Yeah.
I've got prosthetic arm and whatever the other one is. 'Cause I can't
Collecting fairies collect children.
remember.
Whereas,
The Tooth Fairy collects teeth.
so that would be
If we go for
I
collecting.
would
thinking-
say arm and work.
Work
Here,
for
demolition
yeah,
and
'cause
arm.
it's a job.
Yeah.
See, I thought you pull a thread and hunt is another word for collecting.
black demolition doesn't work.
Uh,
really.
Yes.
Possibly cuddle, new
Oh yes,
prosthetic cuddle.
Oh yes,
Cuddle with pull. Like
And
that
then-
makes me think of cuddle.
What's that? Owl,
Demolition,
bang.
bang,
Yeah.
owl collecting.
Owl.
Owl. That
Okay,
doesn't
that one
quite
maybe
work.
doesn't quite go in.
Demolition stamp. Like you stamp on something to destroy it.
And then you bang a collection. I don't know.
If you've got a fleshlight collection,
It
maybe.
might be.
Ugh.
I don't know what Morgan collects. This is the thing.
Fleshlights apparently.
Or maybe some bad dragons.
Oh goddamn.
We're gonna have to bleep all this out.
They don't need to know. They don't need to know.
We need to know to win the game, Phil. They don't need to know, but we do.
I don't think bang is for collection. I think bang is for
I don't think
demolition.
cuddle is for pull.
No?
Have you never pulled?
I've never cuddled.
Well, okay.
I degree of offence. I don't think cuddles.
I don't know if I think that either, but
Well, what would pool be? Pool could be.
Thread, yes.
I still think it's
It
collecting
could
is the
be-
tooth fairy.
Cool.
sure, yeah, that could work.
Oh,
Or
that could. Oh, that could work.
Where's
No, I don't know if
Tooth
that could
Fairy?
work.
Oh, fairy. Yeah.
Fairy collecting. Like
I still
tooth
think
fairy.
bang.
we do this thing where we like, oh yes, instinctively this, and this, and then we.
Is
think,
this desert or dessert?
Desert.
Dessert.
Desert.
Not the food, the place.
Is it though?
Ruin. A ruin would be
Paper.
after
Oh, desert.
demolition. It would be a ruin.
and then you can collect stamps. Perfect.
Yep. Okay,
fits.
that fits. Okay, right. Collecting hunt. Pull the thread. Pull.
And prosthetic. Violin.
Cool.
Cuddle. New fairy. Prosthetic. If it's arm. Okay, new. I see that.
Yeah.
I think if you.
What
Hmm.
other
don't think it's this
prosthetic?
Do you pull a violin?
I still think it's
you
you
push and pull the
do.
bow.
I think it's this new
Yeah, okay,
prosthetic.
go for it because the
pull
new is the
cuddle.
only one
I
that
don't
connects
think
to
pull and
prosthetic.
cuddle.
Well, you
Like-
pull someone in for a hug, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, see.
The thing is, I wasn't happy with cuddle, but I think the only one that I can connect with prosthetic is
It's new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else is.
So
Organ.
Is this your final answer?
Morgan's
Well,
face
Yeah.
is
just-
so much better this time.
Yeah.
Can I just give you
So,
props for that?
let's
Thank you.
just
Much better
quickly
job.
go through what we've got.
Yep.
So demolition, we've got work and ruin. Collecting, we have stamp and hunt. Pool, we have thread.
Why did we remove apple and bang?
Because it didn't make any fucking
Didn't make sense.
What do you mean it doesn't? Bang demolition, yes.
And you collect an owl.
No, owls collect things.
Do they?
They grab mice and keep flying away.
Okay, they collect mice, but they eat them. You don't say, oh, I collect pot noodles.
Unless you collect specific varieties.
No, but stamp.
Collect Papa
The thing is,
John's.
okay,
Guy
collecting
collect-
stamp yet, but ruin demolition.
Yeah, you've ruined the building.
Sure, do whatever.
Yeah.
Sure, do
Sure, do
whatever.
whatever. Oh, it's makes no sense than collect an owl.
For pool, we've done thread and.
Fucking hell.
Oh no! Don't open that again.
Good.
That's fine.
For
Well,
pool,
it's
we've
even-
got thread and cuddle. For prosthetic, we have new and arm. A new
It's
arm.
a new arm.
It is a new
It's
arm.
absolutely a new arm.
Morgan.
You're all right.
Okay.
Collected.
You have no clue the amount of times you had it right. And no, it doesn't make sense. You took it off. I'm just like going.
Did I not just say that though? Like we
That
go
happened to me
instinctively,
last
bang,
time.
bang, 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 perfect, and then we overthink it.
That happened to me last time when you guys were like, I was like, do you
I
want
was
is
like,
that your done?
oh my god, it was so.
Good grief, guys.
So I can actually read it before you move away.
Yep. Sorry.
Whatever my words were.
Well, you take it away from it, and I'm like, what was that?
To be fair, you're quite far away and you wouldn't be able to see
Far away and dyslexic don't work well together. So my words are landing, cover, coin, and dermatologist.
it. Dermatologist. All
And
right.
the words on the card are bird, treasure, nurse, and sticky. Moon, hide, casino, and mind. Nail, newspaper, bus, and egg. Clean, story, jar, and chimney. Glass, candy, count, and danger.
Okay.
So I think moon landing and hide
Yeah,
cover.
I agree.
Like treasure and nurse.
Well, treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So treasure's coin. Nurse
nurse,
is
dermatologist.
dermatologist. Nails. Landing.
Well, I mean,
Chimney, cover, coin, clean. Could work.
danger landing.
Newspapers cover. The
But then
news.
that means court goes to dermatologist.
I don't think that would be right.
Or is the dermatologist dangerous? Because they take your skin.
If dermatologist isn't clean, what's on
Coin.
landing?
Coin jar. And then cover the
A
story.
cover story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dermatologist and landing. So,
So
landing
grass is a-
immediately for me is like D-Day landing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking like something to do with like date. Like that's why I think
Yeah.
danger
Well-
maybe, and then dermatologist court. But I don't think that particularly makes sense.
I'm thinking nail could be dermatologist.
Nail could be dermatologist.
And newspaper landing, like
They would.
They would cover
Right.
the moon landing.
Yeah, but that's
Like it was a big news story, wasn't it? So that could be the connection there.
or I mean, candy. Do you not get candy when you go to the dermatologist?
no.
What
Usually the
dermatologist do you go to?
dentist.
Maybe I should start going to get some candy.
Yeah, your skin's looking hella tired.
Hello, nurse. Yeah, how rude.
I do apologise. I didn't mean it.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did. No, I didn't. You look lovely, Vince.
Danger, dermatologist.
No.
She's going to
Grass
take off her
Yeah,
skin.
like,
She's gonna
that
pull her
mold is
skin
very
off.
weird. And then grass landing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. No. But again, it could be.
Mm,
No, I
You
think.
could take a dermatologist to court if they fucked up.
if they fuck your shit up.
Yeah.
Actually, there was someone recently
Hannah, we're
who
sure
got
about this.
a chemical
What happens
peel,
if we put
Mm-hmm.
and they ended
story?
up totally giving them a massive scar on their face
Yeah.
because it went wrong.
Oh, I don't know.
No, I agree. I think that's right. That has to be coin jar and a story cover story. And that has to be right. I agree with that.
I think that the trouble is trying to think how Neil thinks.
Oh no, don't do that.
Like, he makes these really wonderful, weird connections, and they all make sense when you hear them, but like when you're looking at them without his reasoning, it's very tricky.
The landing could also be like in a house.
It could.
Yeah, but then why is that danger? No.
I will point out, I mean, obviously I can't test Neil, but oftentimes when it comes to when I was doing this, sometimes the words, you can't get a good enough connection, so you end up trying to make it so that one is obvious because then the next one makes the...
Yeah,
So I think it might be nail then, because dermatology would include nails, I think.
I will go with that or dermatologist danger because I do think like
yeah, you make have
yeah,
cancer.
and grass landing.
Yeah, landing on the soft grass. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Or okay, do you want to do that instead?
I mean, we've got two
Yeah,
choices,
either,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
So
One way or
50-50.
another.
Well,
Yeah.
as long as that one's the one that's wrong.
True. It could be.
Yeah, we can.
There's
like,
no such thing as the moon landing. People think that's all fake.
like the Earth is flat. Why are we not talking about this?
So I'm happy with that. Are you guys happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so for landing we have newspaper and moon. For cover we have hide and story. For coin we have jar and treasure. For dermatologist we have nurse and nail.
Andy, you know how you said you're worried about getting one of them wrong? Yeah, no reason to be. You got them all right.
Yay!
Yeah, I was thinking landing for newspaper, like, well, also moon landing, so it would get covered in newspaper.
Yeah.
But also when they chuck like a newspaper at the front of the house,
Oh,
it would like
yeah.
land on the porch.
Okay.
It's a bit of a stretch,
No, I
but
get that.
I can see your vision. See what I mean about there being these weird connections?
Yeah.
Total sense if you
you
speak to Neil.
yeah.
So my 4 words are food, canine, as in
Like a dog.
K-9,
Okay.
So
rather
Doctor
than
Who
canine,
Yeah.
robot.
Indian, and esports.
It's in the game.
EA Sports. It's in the game. So my words are handle, foam, talent, vegetable, ramp, television, dog, lemon, manual, curry, autumn. Manual, curry, machine, autumn, punch, soup, game, canvas, cockroach, landscape, champagne, and Canada.
Oh,
So game,
Canada.
game and soup, or for esports and food. Does that fit?
So cane
I
and
mean-
dog.
Does
think-
that?
Curry and machine. Are we talking like canine from Doctor Who?
Yeah, and dog and
Okay.
lemon. Lemon's a food.
Yeah.
Or is, no, I'm going to shut up.
No, go ahead. Neil.
I was just saying television.
It,
For
I mean,
canine,
it
but
could be, couldn't
it
it?
could
Lemon doesn't fit with.
So, game and soup for Indian, game and canvas, I don't know, soup for food, and punch for esports, I
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah,
What's the other one?
that works.
But then game's
Vegetable,
a fairly obvious one as well.
vegetable and
for
talent for
Mm.
food and esport.
esports. Yeah, oh, yeah, like that.
Ooh, no.
I mean, I wouldn't say they were.
Talent.
Yeah.
You don't need talent to play
And
video
then
games.
soup-
Ooh,
Yeah, it works. It just,
Yeah.
there's a lot of foods that
Yeah, there's quite a lot of food, and then Indian is.
you
also why
cannot
I'm
put
thinking of-
cockroach in Indian, Andy. You
Well-
know that, yeah?
My own joke.
Um, Soup. Indian soup. Indian soup. I've never heard this term.
Oh, well, mulligatawny it's not, I don't think it's actually Indian, but
Oh my god! And you know the specific ones. Like
Yes.
this is why it's
this is
so
why I have no
difficult
friends, to be friends with me. Yes, I know.
I like soup.
And soup is amazing.
I love soup.
Soup,
know-
some tasty soup.
Shut the fuck up. You're gonna... Neil
What do you have in here? I'm not
constantly
sure about this.
tries to trigger my echolalia with a
Soup,
reference.
soup,
Fuck
tasty
off.
soup.
A spicy carrot and coriander, chili chowder. Anyway, fuck off.
Does that have
It's a
copyright?
Mighty
Because I
Bush
feel like you've
reference.
seen that so many times. We're gonna get in trouble.
I don't think that one.
Cockroach for food and Canada for esports.
No, that doesn't make sense.
I mean, kind of makes sense.
Boys, and you never ate a tasty cockroach.
Talent for esports. I mean, we can leave it, but I disagree with
I
this.
don't think I agree with it, but I think, like,
And vegetable, like.
it is definitely a food.
Mm-hmm.
People do eat vegetables. I've heard.
So you've
So
Every now and again.
Oh, not me, God.
When I was in England, there was a wee bit of salad ended up on the plate. I was like, I don't fucking want this.
What the hell is this green stuff?
yeah. Who would want?
Do you know what else is green? Radioactive stuff.
Yeah.
Why would I put that in my body? Dumb as hell.
You know what else is green? Germs.
Germs. Yeah. Bogies. The list goes on.
The list goes
Yes,
on.
I'm happy to go with this if we're
Yeah,
happy
me
with
too.
it.
Yeah.
Are we all done?
That's a flashback. I'm thinking back to Dick and
Dick and
Dumb.
Dumb with that bungalow.
The
Hell
bungalow.
yeah.
Hell yeah. That was
It was like
the
a kids
best of
programme.
British
Yeah.
TV.
I don't
So
know.
for for esports, people have put game and talent. People. The Meeples.
People.
Excuse me.
The
The Meeples have put game and talent.
Implying that
for
we're
food,
people.
the Meeples have put vegetable and lemon. For K9, the Meeples have put dog and machine. And for Indian, they have put curry and soup, and they are all correct. So I also agree that esports does not necessarily equal talent, but I think you have to have some form of talent in video games to
incels
get
are gonna be
into
coming after you again.
esports. God damn it, not again.
You know, it is a talent to not shower.
For that long? To go
is a
so
talent.
nose blind?
It is a talent to only eat Doritos and drink Mountain Dew.
It's not that much. I could do that.
Are you an esportist?
No. I don't get paid for it. I wish I did.
Is that the only difference?
Kind of the dream.
Living the dream. Okay, and last one. Correct.
So my words.
Oh shit, that fell. Sorry.
So my words are chess,
Oh, do you
campsite, upholster, and
Oh.
vet.
Ooh.
And my tiles, I have beef, doctor, mark, and chair. Boxing, first, fever, building, blonde, trailer, decor, recipe, victory, dragon, Europe, repair, and glasses, place, syrup, king.
Well, I'm always taking my dragon to the vet.
King.
Yeah.
Well, King definitely would work
King
with her.
is chess.
I imagine go here because I don't see syrup going well with
Place.
vet.
Place with
A
campsite,
campsite
yeah.
is a
A
place,
place,
yeah. Okay.
You never taken a syrup to the vet?
No, never.
Victory, I could
Have you?
think of chess.
Yes, they were very confused.
Repair bet, they fix your pets.
Yeah, I agree. Upholster, chair, and then beef for vet because it's like
Yeah,
you have
cow,
beef.
yeah.
I have beef with my vet because they charge
Or
me so
mark
much.
for hiking marks.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
Mark could be
Doctor?
campsite.
Doctor would fit more with vet, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but
then I don't
beef
get
and
it.
upholstery doesn't work.
No.
Upholstery. Decor could be upholstery. And then we have campsite trailer. And
Yeah.
decor upholster.
Yeah.
And then we need bed and
Well,
upholster.
chair would be upholster.
Which
and
will
then-
give us beef.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, you could be a cow doctor, a vet. Sorry,
Doctor being a
fucking
cow.
yeah, a fucking cow.
Because this is what we have.
I think that's not. Mm,
Upholster, like first upholster, and then fever for vet.
Yeah. I was thinking.
I cannot see upholster being
The
there and
thing-
chair not.
The problem I
being
have
in it.
is repair and beef for vet. It feels like
If you repair the beef, you're a vet.
I was going to say it feels like Eli had two words that don't really fit, but had good ones for the rest. So that's why I think it's
we-
beef repair.
I think
I-
it would change bed for dragon, but then Europe
No,
for chess.
but
that
then
would
no.
be wrong.
I think it's repair for vet and victory for chess. I think this is it.
Final answer?
It is for me. Is
Hang
everyone else?
on, let me- so- so-
I am struggling for words. Building.
You need to play less word-related games.
There's the ones that are really good for podcasts. Like,
It's just not really good for us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or we need to get better at describing stuff.
Oh, that too.
Let's play Dixit. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh my god.
oh, that's gonna be so
So
fun. to
there's
play.
like a ladybug walking, but it's not just a ladybug. It's also
The personification of my relationship with my mother.
and it's also like a captain of a ship.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
it's in a
it.
graveyard, but it's not really a graveyard. But you know it's a graveyard.
But there's
It was
also a
mentioned
waterfall made of sand.
And dreams.
so is this our final answer?
And fairies.
Might as well go for it.
I think
and
so.
then if we're wrong, we
If
just.
it's wrong, we'll reevaluate.
You have no need to reevaluate it. It's correct. If you
Yay!
repair the beef, you're the vet.
Oh my god!
right.
Well done.
If you repair the beef,
You're the vet.
So
I'm sticking all these sausages back together.
I think that's the title. That's the title.
that gives us.
if you repair the beef, you're a
You're
vet.
the vet.
Do we know any vets?
I mean,
I feel like we're
I go
short
to a
on vet.
vet.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone
I
called
don't-
a vet.
like a vet fielding from the
Well,
Ghost Show.
wait. Just because you say vet doesn't, it can mean veteran.
That's
Oh, I
true.
know
Good,
what
but
it
it didn't. I didn't think that far ahead.
Actually,
And I
that's
did not
quite
want to
clever.
spell the word
Well,
veterinarian.
I really enjoyed that game actually.
Yeah, I thought it
I
was,
think
it was
it's
really
really
fun.
hard to think of the word. But
Yes.
I really enjoy guessing.
Yeah.
So
Well, that puts us to 28 point out of 30 possible. So we just made one mistake, and even after that mistake, we got it right, which is fantastic, I think. So that puts us at Blossom category, which is the only way that we could improve this is if we had everything perfect. So that will be next time.
next time.
Next time
We're on upward
on the
trajectory.
Village Meeple.
And that's everything for us. Thank you so much for listening. You will hear all the relevant announcements after this, and you know that we always have a tiny bit extra for you at the end. That's it. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, everyone. See you soon.
Is Dave Frosty?
The Meeples have spoken.
That's Vince's
The
job.
people have moken.
The Smeekles have spoken.
Smoke meat every
Neil,
day.
anything?
You ever wonder why we're here?
Every damn day, dude.
Just to suffer.
Oh.
One small step for man.
This episode of the Village Meeple featured the voices of Andi, Eli, Morgan, Neil, and me, Vince, who also edits the show. If you want to contact us for feedback, sponsorship, or collaborations, please email us to thevillagemeeplepodcast@gmail.com. If you have not checked out Patreon yet, go and check it out at The Village Meeple. In there, we post pictures of games to make it easier for you to play along, and if you want some extra content, you can subscribe for a small fee and get more episodes, submit your own questions and prompts as well. Remember to subscribe, rate us 5-star in all platforms, and tell a friend about us. Shoutouts to our usual Kirkcaldy Gaming Society, which is an amazing inclusive gaming space in 5 to get together and play board games, D&D, Turnip 28, Blood on the Clock Towers, just to mention a few. Thank you so much for listening. This is Vince, your Mexican Meeple, signing off. The Meeples have spoken.
Small step for man.
Mirage and Ruler. So you could do Pharaoh.
Oh, can you do... Oh, and you can have more than one word? Yeah, because in here it says nightlight.
Like Moon Knight.
Can we move our things around until we get ones at work, or is it just we have to have them?
I thought you had to put it randomly.
Yeah, it's
and
supposed
use
to be
it
randomly.
So male. and
It's supposed to
honey.
be randomly, but to be honest, who will
Who's
know?
going to know?
Got it.
Like if we were playing in for real in front, it's like don't change that.
That's cheating. You're cheating.
Can we use names?
I've already seen
Yes.
this names. So I hope so.
It has to be one word ish, like Moon Knight. It's valid.
So it couldn't be a first name and a last name.
Midnight.
Yeah, because
Not really valid at all.
yes, that's why I use that one.